Item F. Item F is a public hearing, petition to amend and update Article 8, Section 8.4.0, wireless communication facilities of the Burlington zoning bylaw, submitted by the Planning Board. Liz.
Pulling it up.
So I've been, myself and Barbara, and I know that Brenda's been involved in trying to, work this out. My goal as the planning director is always to, keep the town keep the town, free of any type of lawsuits that could come. I think that this bylaw is a good start from what I understand, but there's more that can be done, and it could be vetted a little bit more. And so, I'm open to whatever you guys want to do. My impetus in putting it together was just that. So, but I think,
Okay.
I'm open to whatever you guys decide on this one.
So for my fellow board members, normally I open it up to everybody, but I'm going to ask Brenda to take first stab at this because she has a lot more experience, and we had a good conversation today about some of her concerns. I'd like to let her go first. Brenda, take it away.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think this is a good start. I think, knowing how busy we are, I think this is a Band-Aid fix. I think if you take a look at the history of wireless, it's basically a 25-year young industry that has evolutionized quite a bit. I mean, if we go back to the origination, there was a bag phone. You basically had to hop on one foot, hold your hand up in the air, and maybe it was going to work. And now, you see where cell phones are, and it's a far cry. Some of the language in here, talking in the proposed amendment, talks about like-for-like equipment. From a carrier's perspective, they could come out at us and say, this is a 3-foot black antenna, and we're just going to put another 3-foot black antenna, and it's like for like, but we don't really know the technology. My concern is if we approve this, that it's not going to be addressed again. And I think that I think that we should hire a consultant to take a deeper dive. And I think that I'm not concerned about wireless carriers coming after us at this point in time. I think that if we get a consultant in here and really work with us on this amendment and take a look at what other states and what other communities are doing to protect the community, the financial aspect, and money that the community could receive from these carriers is a lot more beneficial than approving this amendment as stated. So
Okay.
if anyone has any questions regarding that, by all means.
Thank you, Brenda. Ernie?
Question for Brenda. Do you think what we have in place now, do you think this is a stopgap measure anyways?
I think that if we approve this, it's going to be a Band-Aid fix, and it's going to get lost in the shuffle with the amount of work that we have ahead of us. In addition, how do you go backwards when we're approving things that don't necessarily make sense? I think we should be hiring a consultant. I think that we should really take a deeper dive and look at what other communities are doing.
So the answer to my question, is this better than what we have?
No.
Okay, that's what I wanted.
I think this provides, as I understand it, provides companies with the ability to do things without coming to the board where they currently have to come to the board. So it gives us less control, which, according to the federal law, they think we should have less control, but we're not sure we are ready to give that up. Or at least we want to make sure we do it the right way. I am in favor of Brenda's suggestion to hire a consultant because I do not understand this industry, and I want to make sure that whoever is helping staff craft this has a better understanding of it than I certainly have. And so that's what I would like to see happen, but I'd like to hear from the rest of the board.
I'm willing to follow Brenda's recommendation because she is the expert in this area.
Can you speak into the microphone?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, nobody could hear you except us.
I'm willing to follow Brenda's recommendation because I feel she's the expert in this area.
Thank you. Anyone else have any comments? Okay, then I'm going to ask the board
We withdraw it without prejudice?
We can withdraw it without prejudice, but I also want the board to take a vote tonight to instruct staff to begin the process of looking into hiring a consultant.
Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to hire a consultant on behalf of this article to move forward.
Second?
All those in favor of instructing staff to hire a consultant for this matter?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed,
Aye.
abstained, 7-0.
So
Okay.
are we instructing them to hire them, just, or look into what the cost and everything is going to be, what we're going to get for a scope? And
Well, she's going to, exactly, she's not going to go and hire it without talking to us.
And bring back
Right.
your findings,
Right.
and we can make a decision based.
So before we vote on this, this is a public hearing.
if they're withdrawing.
If we're withdrawing it, do we need to,
I don't
No,
think
we're
so.
withdrawing it.
okay. All right. So I am ready to entertain a motion to withdraw without prejudice.
Second.
So moved, seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained, 7-0. Okay. All right, so that was item F.